let's open this space up for good. And now we have a camper with no slide out. If you push down hard enough, it does touch the tire. And that's why whenever you have a tire blowout, it pretty much will destroy the inside of your camper. I tell you, the actual living space of this camper doesn't feel very big once you see the flooring out. Maybe we need to pick up some of this for the roof. We did spray some water and vinegar on some of the mold spots, but unfortunately, I mean, it is all the way along the bottom. What's left of the slide out right now isn't secured to much of anything at all. I don't think there's any going back. All right, so right now, since we're about to take out the inside of the side walls of the slide, that means that the slide is no longer going to be supported by anything. So right now we're putting a big tow strap around the camper to hopefully hold it in place until we secure the new slide out box. All right, so about to crank the strap down and get it nice and tight. There's the other side. All right, so this first board is starting to go in place. So now we have to take this inside board, this new piece that we just put in, finish it all the way down so there's no more openings, and then we'll connect it to the top of the sidewall. All right, so we have made a lot of progress. This is pretty impressive. Now, we just went ahead and pretty much temporarily secured the bottom of the slide out, and then we're about to secure the top of it before we remove the side walls. And something that we're going to be doing is whenever we cut this side wall, we're gonna leave, a little bit of space. That way, the Schwintek gear tracks right here, we'll leave a couple of inches of them. That way the motors will stay locked in place. These guys right back in there. And then after we're done with that, we'll go ahead and add some pieces that go from here to this piece up here after we cut this away. And that right there should secure the top, and then we'll also do the same thing on the bottom. And then for the sides, we'll build a box that comes out, so it'll be like kind of like a beam or something, just like a casing that goes around the part of the Schwintek system that we do leave in place. So it's definitely coming along, and we did spray some water and vinegar on some of the mold spots that we found, but unfortunately, it is all the way along the bottom. So we're gonna maybe try to replace some of this stuff, but if we can't, well, you don't really have much of a choice. So we'll just leave it in place. Hopefully the water and vinegar killed it off, but yeah. Real quick, I just wanted to mention that we did pull up all the linoleum flooring to make sure that there was no water damage under it. So, just to be on the safe side. But if you're wondering what happened to it, that's why. I just forgot to record it. So this right here is the wheel well, and whenever you push on this, if you push down hard enough, it does touch the tire, which is crazy that, that's your wheel well. It's just a little thin thing of plastic. And that's why whenever you have a tire blowout, it pretty much will destroy the inside of your camper. So we definitely are going to find some sort of way to clad this in, maybe some wood or something like that, to keep it from blowing up the inside, since this won't be underneath of our slide out anymore. Alright, so the first wall of the camper, the first wall of the slide out is completely gone. So it has already opened up this space really nicely. So now the next thing that we need to do is take out this wall. So let's hope it goes as good as the first one went. Alright, let's open this space up for good. All right, the second wall has been cut. Everything is done. This is done, that's done, and now we have a full open space, a camper with no slide out. So we just painted every bit of wood that we exposed with a primer that is mold and mildew resistant. So hopefully it will protect the wood and keep mold from doing its thing. And this right here is the primer we used. Alright, so we just put in a bunch of spray foam, and then this rubber from the rubber flap before will just sit over top of it. Now that we got all the insulation back in, we went ahead and cut out new wall panels, and we made sure to get rid of the wall panels that had mold on the back side. And luckily, the two side walls of the slide out that we removed had the same looking panel, so we were able to use those to replace the pieces we needed. This right here is the new wood piece across the bottom that we can now secure everything to. We also added spray foam under it. Alright, so we just put our boards in place. So they'll sit against this right here. And we just measured of where we're going to cut, and then we'll have a top board that rests on top of this side board. Alright, so now we are cutting the sections for the top piece. So one will start here on top of the board that we'll have here, and then it will run all the way down to the center, and then we'll have a different length board that runs from the center all the way down to the other side. And you'll notice that they're going to be different lengths because this is much wider than that side over there is. Alright, so all of our boards are cut now. It's time to get them installed. Alright, so this right here is the top beam. It is looking excellent. It's honestly a beautiful finish, but we're going to putty over this and we're going to paint it. So you won't be able to see the wood, but it's already looking a lot better. Alright, so now we're installing the bottom boards. Alright, last time seeing the good old Schwintek motors. Alright. The framing is pretty much complete, so now we're going to have to take some nice trim all the way around the edges, and then we gotta get some extra wood for the wheel well. But other than that, it looks great. Maybe we need to pick up some of this for the roof. Okay, we got the linoleum on the trailer. Well, good morning. So today we are getting started by building out a box around the wheel well. All right, so the way this is gonna work is we're going to put 2x4s like that, put a nice piece like this on the front, and then do the same thing on the side. But this right here will just give us a more solid structure. And then we'll put a piece over the top and finish off the side piece. Alright, so we just got the box built and we're gonna add a top piece to it, but we made it removable like that because we have to put down the flooring first and then we'll install the box. To make these side edges look nice and clean up all this open space, we got this PVC type material that's a trim. So it'll kind of sit like that. Looks pretty nice. All right, so all of our trim pieces, the edges of them were like all crooked. That's just how they were whenever we bought them. So unfortunately we have to cut all of them and trim them to make them straight. Otherwise they won't line up properly whenever one piece ends and we have to start a new piece of trim. But other than that, everything's going pretty well and we're about to put up the trim and it's gonna start looking good. Alright, so the first piece of trim is in. Looks pretty good. Now this isn't wood, it's PVC, so it's very flexible, which makes it great for all these uneven surfaces. It's holding on great. Alright, the top trim is all done. It looks really good. Now we're moving to the sides and we'll finish off across the bottom. So almost all of the work is done as far as the rough framing. We've got all of our boards in. We've got all of our trim pieces in. We've got the box right here, which we'll be able to put in after we put in the floor. But overall, it's looking nice and clean in here. Now it's time to unroll the new linoleum flooring, trace it out from the old stuff that we cut out, and this is going to be looking brand new. Alright, the flooring is all cut out, and we're going to use this old flooring as a template to trace the new flooring. I tell you, the actual living space of this camper doesn't feel very big once you see the flooring out. Alright, let's get the new stuff cut. So the floor, it's roughly put in, so we'll have to get some sort of adhesive to put under it. But right now it's looking really good and it matches all the colors. Now it's time for paint. So this is the paint color that we're thinking about using. It matches really well. And we're going to paint the side and the trim. honestly, the painting is coming along really nicely, and it's actually matching the cabinets pretty well. All right, so the paint, it's done. It's all done. It's looking so good. We've got the little floor box right here. The paint here is all done. I mean, it pretty much matches. It's maybe not a perfect match, but I mean, looks really good. I love the flooring. The old stuff used to be a herringbone pattern, and now it's more of this plank that runs long ways. Like, these are long planks. But no, I really love it. It definitely makes the space feel a little bit bigger. I like how it's lighter. The old flooring used to be really dark. This is looking awesome. So that right there is going to do it for this episode of the renovation series. We got so much accomplished, but there's still so much more to do. Not only just on the inside, but also on the outside. So stay tuned for the next one, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on what happens next. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, comment down below what your thoughts are on this series, and until next time, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the road.